So spring is here and we are going to be doing some outdoorsy things now. Of course, they're going to be aquatics related. So the first order of business is getting this pond up and running. I've got a lot of other stuff to do to this allotment area. The pond is the first keystone to this. So this is an Affinity Mocha by BLAGDON. And I really like them. They're a very trendy little pond. Obviously, normally you'd put these in your conservatory or you would put these on your patio. I've got it in this allotment area, but it doesn't matter because it's designed to be going outside. And again, this would be designed to go into a corner, but you don't need to. You can see here, it's just nicely sat on this bit of pond liner. I've done that to stop the weeds growing up through it. Hopefully it will suppress them a little bit. This has been in my shed for a while, and we've also had some Saharan rain overnight, so that's why there's all this stuff all over it. But obviously when you get a new one, it's brand new. There's the rain. What I like about them is the fact that you've got these little portholes. Lots of people like these because you can see the fish or whatever you've got inside the pond, and it's a nice little viewing and observation area for children because they can see the fishies swimming around in the pond. And then around the top we've got, I think, aluminium, which is nice and strong, and then we've got our rattan weave here, which is all pretty cool. Are you excited about this, Mr. Duck? Do you have much to say on the matter? He does seem very excited. So this is a 330 litre pond. So, I mean, you'd probably consider this to be more of an outside aquarium than a pond. Can I get a word in, please? Here we have some planting baskets, which I'll show you a bit later, but essentially you just put your plants in there. Got little holes on the bottom so it lets the water in and out. And then we've got a waterfall. Now, I don't recall, but I don't know if this comes with it as standard. I think you get the option to add this on, but I've got this on there, so we'll have that running in a minute. Another planting basket there. There is a filter that comes with it, which I'll show you in a second, but the first thing I have to do is actually get some electric out of here. So what we're going to be doing is just taking some electric from my shed over here, running it along and sticking it onto the wall there, and then we can put the filter in, we can fill it up, we can get it running. So I'm just adding the filter now, and I said I would show you it. So it's a really great all-in-one filter. It comes with everything you need. We've got the pump on the end here, so this is where all the power of the water movement happens, and it goes into the pump there. There's more to this pump than meets the eye. Firstly, we have a light sensor. So there's an LED on the top here, and that can come on at night time by sensing the light. So when it gets dark, the light comes on. Alternatively, you can use the little green cover there and have it on all the time. We have our attachment point here, so on here we can put a fountain. So we've got a bell shape, we've got like a sprinkly shaped fountain. Alternatively, you can attach a hose adapter, which is what I'm going to be doing, so that we can attach it to our waterfall. On the other side we have our UV. The UV is what keeps the water clear in the summertime. So you don't get this green murky colour. This UV will obviously keep it nice and clear. This does mean it requires two plugs though, because one plug does the UV and one plug does the pump and LED. I'm going to be using one of these BLAGDON boxes. You can see I've just put the power on there. It's not live, it's unplugged. This is one I've been using in my shed for a couple of years, so it's got a bit of dirt on it, old labels and things, but these are really, really great. They're rated to go outside, completely weatherproof, so you don't have to worry about attaching them outside in the rain. And I'll show you how that works a bit later on. You can see here you just attach your cables to this, and it's controlled by a little push button. So you can see the wattage there, 1,000, 300, 300. So well worth a buy if you're going to be doing any outdoor electricity. Inside the filter we have sponges and things, what you would expect in a normal filter, but it's nicely layered. So we've got a coarse foam, we've got a medium foam, and then underneath we have a fine filter, and this takes out a lot of the really fine debris. We've got some biomedia, and this is a lot of biomedia. If you look at other filters of this sort of size, you don't get half, even maybe you might even get a quarter of the biomedia that's in here. So really, really large amount of biomedia, and that is really important, especially in a small pond like this where you can't have loads of rocks, you can't have lots of plants and things. You need somewhere for the bacteria to live, just like an aquarium, and that's what this biomedia is for. Now, I'm glad I opened it because it's covered in plastic. So what we're going to have to do, which I almost forgot in fact, and loads of people do forget, is to unpack this, because water will not be going through this biomedia if it's wrapped in plastic. So I'm just filling it up. Ducks are definitely attracted to the sound of water. And look, we've got some plants in here. We've got some juncus and some equisetum. You can see that these planting pockets can hold one plant really, but that's okay. We've got our waterfall going. Just filling it up with tap water. I'm going to have to sort out this little bit of wonkiness here because I'd prefer it to flow a bit more like that. But I think what I'll do is I'll just put a wedge in there. So we'll fill it up, we'll let it run for a couple of days and then we'll come back to it. It's the next day and we're up and running. I did come out here last night to see what the LED light looks like, and I'm happy to say it is amazing. It gives you a really bright LED light. Even for one bulb, it is tremendously bright, and it gives you a lovely ripple effect when you've got your waterfall or fountain going. So I'm really pleased with it. I think if it was on your patio, this would be a really nice display at night time, especially if you're out there having some drinks or something like that. Absolutely well pleased with the LED. In terms of the pond, well, it's a bit early to say, isn't it, really, because I've only had it running for 24 hours, but I've got my plants in there. I've added some water lettuce. Hopefully we've had the last frost in the UK, so this should potentially grow into normal sized water lettuce. I would say maybe don't buy anything top heavy when it comes to plants because it's bending over a little bit, so I might have to prop this up on some bricks so that it just sits in the water rather than in a pocket. What I think I'll do is try and get some more plants in here and fully plant it out. Get more flowers and things, attract more wildlife. In terms of livestock, I was going to put my turtle in here because he's inside at the moment in my shed and he likes the sun, but I've got another pond which I think I'll put him into that one. And in here we'll probably just get some fancy goldfish. I think that'd be quite nice. Fancy goldfish are perfect for this sort of size pond, and also we'll be able to see them through the porthole, which will be really cool. What I will do once it's been running a bit longer, I'll do a full-on review for it. So this is just like a little brief review, but once it's going and we're in summer a bit more and there's some fish in there, I'll do a more in-depth review, see how I'm getting on with it, see if there's any issues long term, and how this whole little pond works, especially when we're in direct sunlight. So this video is the first in a series of me sorting out this allotment area. It's all going to be aquatics related. So we're going to be doing some aquaponics as well. I want to build a duck filter for this duck pond, which is very green. Even though I empty it very regularly, it goes green because of all the duck poo. We're going to be putting an aquaponics / duck filter here. Also, we're going to be building a little mini aquaponics system here as well. So lots of interesting things coming up. So if you want to see that kind of content, please stay tuned. But in terms of this pond, I think they're brilliant little things. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video and happy fish keeping.